if you want to save your relationship and you want to fight for it, you can do anything as a couple. And Katie, you know that's all been very public about your relationship with Kieran, and you did decide to stay, and that must have been a very difficult decision. But no regrets?
Yeah, it was difficult, wasn't it, Kieran? Okay.
Walking away would have been the easy option.
I was only being sarcastic. No, don't worry, we're not being domestic. No, we've been together 5 years in December. Got that date right, December. But no, we did go for a rocky patch with the affairs and everything, and he did fail the lie detector test. So it was either a choice of walking away or sticking through it.
What made you stick? What made you stick?
Well, one, because I loved him, and two, because I was pregnant with Bunny. But if I wasn't pregnant with Bunny, I wouldn't have stayed with him. So you've got to thank Bunny
so
for
you're
that.
probably, lucky for you.
Lucky for Bunny.
No, but true. I know we can laugh about it now, and we do laugh about it now, because otherwise, if you keep bringing it up, you'll never move on.
So, and Kieran, Ozzy and Sharon, they're married 35 years, and you've been married, what, 35 times to Katie?
I think we've done
3.
Well, yeah, 3 and 1 unofficial.
4.
Well, I can't keep up
See,
with
they
it.
get married 4 times and we haven't even done it once.
Come on, Jay.
Kieran all morning has made me look really, really bad.
Yeah.
Does everything.
Sorry.
I don't think you need to get married 4 times. Once is enough.
Want to get married
once is enough.
to
Let's
the same person more than
explain.
once?
OK,
I don't get that.
because when we first got married, the ring that he bought, I couldn't wear again after I caught him on the beach with my best friend for 20 years. So to me, that marriage was void. The vows had been broken. So for us, the only way I could move forward, and I needed a new ring, well, we had it changed, didn't we, is to redo the vows, and then we made them ourselves.
Could you
and
understand that, Kieran? How she felt that marriage to her then was dead, really?
I didn't at the time, but when I look back
Explain
at
what
it...
you went through, like the pain you put me through and the pain yourself that you went through.
What everyone has to remember is I'm 2 years on from this now, so if I would have done this at the time when this was happening, I would have been in pieces. I wouldn't have been able to do it. So now, being able to talk about it now is a lot easier than it would have been.
But you have had therapy, haven't you?
Yeah, I've loads of therapy, and to be honest, we had a guy come to the house for a weekend for 4 days, and he came, and by the end of the weekend, he turned around to me and said, "You're untreatable, I don't want to work with you."
Now,
And he walked away.
This was
for what?
For what?
This was sex addiction, wasn't it? Now, I do know, Kieran, that some people watching will raise their eyes at that and go, yeah, sex addiction, easy excuse if you've been cheating. But it is actually a condition.
Yes, it is actually a condition. I can just imagine me coming home and saying to you, do you know that time I was out supposed to be walking the dog and I wasn't? Well, it's all because I'm a sex addict, and Ruth has her caring, loose women face on here. I somehow don't think... Some people believe it's not actually a condition, you being one of them, right?
Anyway, back to Kieran.
Right.
True, Eamon, very true, very true. But I just want to make that clear that you have been in treatment and you continue to work on that. Is it like, you hear alcoholics saying every day is one step at a time, every day is a challenge?
Of course it is, and it's ongoing. It'll never be gone. It's just how you deal with it and how you deal with situations, and there's things that you put in place in your head to deal with those situations.
You haven't had therapy for how long
I haven't had therapy now for probably just over a year, as in a therapy session. But she still
like
checks
being an
in.
alcoholic. Is that like being clean, like being an alcoholic?
Yeah, of course,
and being
it's
dry?
still exactly the same process.
All right, but let me ask you, what is the process? What do you actually do? I can understand what you do to wean yourself off drink. What do you do to wean yourself off
It's the same kind of process.
It's the same kind of process.
We had to go... sex and I had to suffer.
Shush you.
But what's the difference between being a sex addict and having a really high sex drive?
Yeah.
How would
You're speaking from experience, Joe.
It's the way that you go around it. It's the way that you go about doing it. Like it was more of an adrenaline rush, whereas
the more naughtier, the more adrenaline.
Yeah, and it wasn't even so much the sex.
Use this example. I was upstairs in the bathing the kids. He'd come up and check that I was in the bath with the kids, go down to my friend and say, right, she's in the kids with the bath, she'll be half an hour. It was that adrenaline for him in my house. Or on the way home from work, he'd be like, okay, I'm 5 minutes away, but he'd meet her in the car park and do it. Yeah. And they'd come in normal, but he loved me. It's nothing...
Yes, but that's that's the deed, and that's not what we're asking. We're asking, how do you then stop doing that? That's what I don't understand. You take a tablet, you get an injection. What do they do?
So I didn't actually believe that what they were doing was working. They made me and Kate not touch each other for eight weeks, I think it was. It was 2 months in total. We weren't allowed to touch each other. We were allowed to be in the same house. We weren't allowed to touch each other. There was only a kiss on the cheek. Like, that was it. That was all we could do. That was the only sign of affection you can do. I broke down completely. But the only way that you can ever help yourself in that situation is you have to want to help yourself. If you like, it's with.
But you want her maybe more than you want to help yourself, the way an alcoholic wants to drink.
Yeah, and surely, like with an
Yeah.
alcoholic, generally they stay off alcohol the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Surely at some point you're going to
He's
start
happy
having
with
sex
me.
again. Yeah, but surely at some point you're going to start having sex again. Will that addiction come back?
No, it's
No,
not.
because it's
I'm on
completely
him now.
different.
Do you think, Kieran, that...
I don't crave for it at all.
I know
It's
you
more-
don't.
Do you
It's
think...
more the other way round.
When Katie said that you would... Like, when Kate was having a bath or something, you'd try and get a quick half hour.
He's trying to get tips.
No, he tries to get in with me.
No, what I'm saying is, like, do you think you was doing that, playing the risky side of things, because maybe you wanted to get caught, you didn't like what you was doing, and you thought, I'm going to just do it in front of her, so I don't have to tell her, she finds out, you just...
I think it was a cry for help, and
Yeah.
being caught was my way out. And it took me Kate basically to save me, and that's why I had the tattoo done on my leg of Kate. Like, she is my guardian angel, and she is the only person that I am grateful for the rest of my life. Before I start crying,